Hey, you guys, a shout out to Sauce Talk Podcast. You guys enjoy it. It's a good one.
Like, subscribe, and hit that bell.
Yes, good morning, good morning. Rocking out with yours truly, the Sauce Shot News. I got some time this morning, so I'm a dabble and dab a little bit, you know. Easter Sunday for those of y'all. Want to do a little something. Uh, all right. Got a little time. I want to set something up first. It's just, don't worry, we're gonna get into some things today. Like I said, I got time. I ain't in no rush. Only thing I got on the bill is if I do attend the fights, but I don't know. Right now, I'm feeling I'd rather just play the crib because it's a lot of boxing. Excuse me, that's gonna be on, all day long. When I say all day long, I really mean it. Like you got every pretty much platform or promotional company with a show on today. So it's like, do I really want to go to Newark, drive to Newark, especially coming off the fight weekend that I had last weekend? We do got tickets at roll call on deck, but shout out to my boy Drew. Sometimes you want to, just be a fan, right? I know when I pull up the fights, I got to work. 'Cause I'm pretty sure I would have gave y'all some interviews if I go to Newark. I just, rock out with the peoples. But and like I said, I covered Shakur numerous times at Newark, so it was like I didn't really have the excitement to cover that card, and y'all might say I'm being biased right here, but after Jihad's performance, right, um, last Saturday in Tulsa, man, they gotta really bring it, man. Bring it. We right here, but listen, this right here, I'm going to go into a lot that's going on YouTube. YouTube boxing, whole bunch of stuff that's taking place. I got time. When I got time, I can mess around with y'all. Al Money in the building. What's going on, good brother? But I dropped the Big Baby video. I'm gonna start off with that. Elaborate a little bit more. Did you hear him and Jarrell Miller, who is man, look, everything going on. Let me turn the TV off. Sorry. I don't know why the TV just jumped on. See, when I'm in my lab, I got a lot going on in the lab. Let's get to the Jarrell Miller audio. I liked his energy in regards to what he said about Big Baby, man. What's your thoughts on this? Let's play this for y'all. Bring it back to about right here.
A really good fighter, but he also said that you have to worry about you. He said if you're down for it, you can fight you whenever you want. What do you kind of think about that? What do you think about fighting? I'm not even entertaining that. Go get right, bro. You got way too much shit going on. You need to go get yourself right, his name right, and all that other stuff. You didn't have too many fuck ups in this game. You didn't be mentioning me, dog.
All right, let's stop it right there. I love that what he said. And shout out to Big Baby Jarrell Miller, but he hit the hammer on the nail right there. It's like, yo, why? Like, get yourself together, man. He said he had way too many mess ups. I'm not gonna use that word that he used, but he's right, man. Like, dog, you pop dirty numerous times. You're just getting back, but I understand you got to do what you got to do. You call different people out. Um, get yourself together, man. Like Jared Anderson is on schedule. Like he handles business tonight against George Arias, the gentleman George. He'll be in the mix pretty soon, man. You're trying to get back into the mix. But let's continue on. Great question asked by Fight Hype.
What do you kind of think about him as an overall fight? Have you watched any of his comeback fights or not? Nope. Careless. I'm still, to me personally, I'm still seeing it the boxing world even though they said, bro. To be honest, because me personally, as y'all can see, I don't be on social media and shit like that. Like, it's not me, but
he said he wants to see if the boxing world's going to accept him. That's a fact, man. That's a fact. This is the guy that blew an $8 million check against Anthony Joshua at Madison Square Garden when he popped dirty. Then he came back. He had linked the deal with Top Rank and popped dirty again, man. So just got to see what happens with him, man. Just got to see what happens with him. But yeah, we're gonna play around on the YouTube today. See what's going on. A lot that Wayne yesterday. To me, the energy was kind of off. It was like, to be honest, I think guys were like trying a little too hard, man. Like I said, Jihad's performance last week, they don't want to talk about it, but they're talking about it. If you understand what I'm saying. I played the clip where shout out to Uncle Jay. Uncle Jay said it. Did you see Tucker? He looked amazing, right? Yeah, Tucker was amazing. That's what they're saying. So these guys got a tough act to follow, right? The young prospects, and not only that, right? And I gotta shout out my team, man. Yeah, Jihad fought somebody. A lot of times you got guys getting fights, but who was the opponent? And look, I'm gonna let you're gonna hear Keyshawn Davis's words. This is Keyshawn's words, right? He said one guy was there for a check. Another guy looked scared. Just different things. So I'm gonna play Keyshawn. This is Keyshawn Davis's audio from the weigh-in. Listen to his audio. Listen to his excitement.
To his ass, Kales. Light-skinned ass little dude. You light-skinned, boy. You a pretty boy. You a pretty boy. We gonna fuck you up. Yeah, we gonna fuck you up, nigga. Yeah. 6 rounds in the junior. Push up on his ass, Kales. He a pretty boy. He a little dude. He a little guy. He up 2 losses.
He got 2 losses. You hear? That's his brother. His brother's doing a face-off. She was fighting a guy from Baltimore. Kind of small too, man.
Troy, here for a check.
He
Here for a
said
check, Troy.
he said dude was just there for a check.
Ready, Troy, look at his face. He's scared of you, Troy. Hey, he is scared, Troy. I'm trying to tell you. He's shaking. Look at his hands. He's shaking. Yeah, Troy. Oh, wait.
Yo, George Harris asked for that fight, man. This is the fight that I want to see, man. That's the fight that I want to see. George Harris and Big Baby. Because this is probably the most out of his 13 fights, 13 knockouts. George's, last fight he fought Jerry Forrest at the Garden. Jerry Forrest was an older, battle-tested guy. Jerry Forrest was able to come out and land some shots. But then, Big Baby turned up the heat on him. But I want to see what he does against George. George could box. Yesterday, George's team, they said they was ready. They said they was ready. They asked for this fight. I just didn't like George's energy, but maybe George is trying to just play, rock him to sleep. But that definitely is a fight that I am looking forward to watching on this card. That fight along with Troy Isley. Shout out to Troy Isley. Transformer Troy is my guy. But like I said, the rest of the fights are on there. Keyshawn Davis is fighting a 10 rounder. Brother, I think his brother's fighting the 6. Shushu's fighting the 6. I think the action starts at 7 p.m. man. First bout is at 7, I think, on ESPN Plus. So that'll be a long night, man. I'm like right now, how I'm feeling, I'm not going. I'd rather enjoy the fights here, man. Here at the crib, man. Tomorrow's the Easter egg hunt and all that. I don't want to be like, because you figure, right? I'm gonna give you the rundown, right? You go to the fights. It goes live at 10, right? Or ESPN. It's gonna go live at 10. 2 fights, Keyshawn and Big Baby, then Shakur. You're looking at, man. Then you probably go back to the hotel and linger around and BS a little bit, but you're looking at coming back home wee hours of the morning. Then you got to do the Easter thing. So I don't know. I'm not really with that, man. Tomorrow's Easter. The wife is at the store right now. Me and my neighbor, we do an Easter egg hunt. We collaborate. We do the Easter egg hunt for the kids, and I'd rather just be here instead of, playing a role. Like I said, I still got a lot of content to release, man, from last week. Like I got this right here. Look. I don't know why. I think that's the kids out there playing with the remote. Yeah, pop that off, man. See, I'm in my little makeshift studio. But let's get to some more interesting things that was going on YouTube. Yes. YouTube boxing is hilarious to me. To me, YouTube boxing is filled with a whole bunch of hating ass so-called jive boxing fans. It is, man. It is. But I see a lot of boxing channels are switching up now. You know why? Because the jig is up. They've been chucking and jiving for so long. All All right, let's get to this, man. You see, I'm not. They're not gonna give me the credit, but yeah, yesterday morning, I got up and did the Steven Espinosa, Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford thing that everybody just ran with it. That's what y'all should have been running with instead of running with the narratives that that the fight was signed for the 17th and all that. No, man. When somebody that's putting a fight together gives you the score, that's what you need to really be speaking on, man. All these channels that were putting out videos on the fight being a done deal, y'all didn't even get that confirmed from nobody, man. Like that's why I said when it comes to YouTube and boxing, it's like, hey, but I don't want to be disrespectful in saying this about the fans, well, the YouTube boxing fans, but majority of the people in the industry know that a lot of the YouTube guys don't really support boxing. When I say don't support it, they're in it for their self, trying to get clicks and views on YouTube, make a couple $100s. You heard what I said? $100. Like, don't let these guys fool you. They're not really making the money that they claim they're making on YouTube. That's why you see when they do go live, they're begging. And yes, I said begging, panhandling, begging for super chats. And then I think even on top of that, you get taxed like 30%. That's why if you notice, a lot of them be wanting the Cash Apps, because Cash App, and I strongly recommend this to guys on here, and that if that's your angle, it's better to send the money Cash App if you are supporting a channel and all that. The super chats is good, but super chats get taxed. Whereas if you Cash App somebody a $5 or a $10 donation, they're getting that $5 or $10. Whereas with YouTube, with the super chats, it gets taxed 30%, I think. I gotta look it up, but I know it's something like that. But yeah, let's see what is taking place. Did you see Bob Arum? I might play that in a second. When Bob flipped out, that's Bob, man. See, these guys don't be at the fights, man. Bob is even though he's 91, I think he is 91 years old, 90 years old, he still moves around. He gets around. Look, last week, Bob, Thursday night, Thursday, he didn't attend the press conference in Tulsa. He was at the press conference in California for the Vegas. I said California. Vegas for Devin Haney, Lomachenko. They got on the G5. Him, and shout out to Derek Harmon, Mr. Harmon. They arrived at Tulsa Friday. I got footage, man. I could put a lot out with him talking with Jihad, and was speaking about De La Hoya and who was the better fighter, and just some of the old guys, because Bob has a lot of knowledge, right? And then he was at the weigh-in. Like he moves around. That's why for those of y'all that want to grow old and be around, you got to be active, man. Like Bob is active, man. 90 years old, still moving around, man. Still moving and grooving, man. Still moving and grooving. So shout out to him for that, man. But yeah, let's get to some more YouTube antics, man. Right now, like I said, the Sebastian Fedora fight, man, it's not really getting I think out of all three fights is like I said 3 fights. All 3 platforms got stuff going on tonight. That's why I said it doesn't. I'm a chill, man. I definitely could pull up to Newark, but I'd rather play the crib. You could enjoy boxing better at home, because like I said, there's 3. Matchroom has a card going on. Showtime had a card last night. I'm trying to look at some of the highlights right now. But the thing with Showtime, right? The Showbox card. I see Samson and all of them was involved with that. I'm looking it up right now for y'all. I don't like using Showtime's, CBS, Paramount's audio because they try to flag your videos. Like they be flagging your videos and stuff when you use their stuff. I'm looking at some Combat League too. The Combat League is like, man, I hope those dudes get paid, bro. They're fighting like every week. You know that's it. They're fighting every week at the Mohegan Sun. It's like it's cool, but it's like, man, it's like kind of low budget to me. But yo, they got some good actual fighters, like guys that was trying to get to the big stages. Now they are on the Combat League. I think you get like 100 grand, 100 grand, yo. They're fighting like 4 rounders, I think, different teams and states and stuff like that. But if you look at some of the guys fighting, right, you do got some hitters like that been on big cards. And I think if this is successful, I hope they keep doing it because it gives guys that normally, they could fight, but they're not really given a fair shake. They're brought in as opponents a lot of times. And when you're brought in as an opponent, you're pretty much overmatched. But I think like with this league, it gives them an opportunity to fight guys on their level and make some money, man. Make some money. A lot. I'm gonna tell you this too. When I watch social media, Instagram, a lot more fighters should have went this route, man. Because you got guys that are fighting basically on the chitlin circle, what I like to call it, and then they get on Instagram and they try to perpetrate in front like they're really some world class beaters. Meanwhile, you're a B-level fighter, if that. Maybe a lot of you guys are C-level fighters, but you front on Instagram, you're not fighting nobody. Um, you're fighting in these secluded back room bars, and you got a nice record, but when you get underneath those lights, the bright lights, it's going to change for you, man. That's why I said the Combat League is not a bad avenue right now, man. It's not a bad avenue, man. I'm looking at some of the content people be putting out. Yo, right? Not for nothing. This guy, I'm not gonna mention his name because it's like they don't like to mention my name, but I'm gonna mention the stupidity and dumbness that goes on YouTube. So you have a lot of fights today, right? But yet YouTube channels that have an audience, if you want to call it that, right? What do they want to talk about? They want to talk about ducking and fights that could have been made instead of fights that are made that are happening. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why the Devin Haney fight to me is not being pushed properly because instead of them focusing on the Devin Haney Lomachenko fight, they thinking that they could come up by bashing the Tank Davis Ryan Garcia fight. And it doesn't work that way, man. Like, focus on your fight, promote your fight. That's the only way you're gonna, have your fight successful by promoting your fight. Because regardless if you saying that Ryan and Tank are fighting for nothing, nothing's on the line, the belts and all that, it's still going to be an event. It's still going to be a big fight just because of who they are. And the more you think you're down in their fight, you're not bigging up your fight. You need to just big up your fight, man. You know? But like I said, the channels that are pro Devin Haney channels, they hurt his brand more than help it, man.
Weeks before my wedding, I had a stroke.
They help it more than hurt it, man. I mean, they hurt it more than help it. Well, let's play some audio right here. The Tank Davis media workout. That it kind of tanked, bro. They didn't have no coverage. You know what I'm saying? They see. I don't know why Showtime does stuff like that. Like it's like, why would you stay? This is like I said. To be honest, it was so much going on this week. All three of the major promotional companies got shows, right? So the media is going to be scattered out. Scattered out. You got a show in San Antonio. You got one on the East Coast in Newark, and then you got the California show with Fondora, right? So why would Showtime, and this is a pay-per-view fight, um, plan their media workout this week? That's why the coverage was so minimal, because you probably had guys like couple guys probably from the West Coast that covered it, but majority of the media is in Newark. You got a lot that, like I said, there's not even a lot out there covering the Fondora fight, man. Because the Fondora fight was like, the coverage was like, man. Like I'm a Google it right now. Look, you don't really even got that much coverage for the PBC fight right now, man. Showtime Boxing. Like most of the media, the YouTube media and mainstream media is out here at Shakur's fight, man. Look, Fondora's weigh-in was like the latest coverage ever. Maybe it's the fight card, but he's fighting Brian Mendoza. The coverage was like trash, bro. Trash. Javante Davis's media workout was like almost 2 hours. The coverage was lackluster, man. Because everybody and anybody is out here. But normally, like the bigger companies, like the Fight Hypes, Boxing Voices, they have like little field reporters. But even then, like the field reporters wasn't even like on deck. Like, look, this is Tank's media workout. It's like empty in there, man. He said in the heavy bag. It's like, yo, there goes the ego. Look, you see ego there. Ego's looking real old and tired, bro. See, when like, you know why he looks the way he looks, man? Not for nothing. He been he sold his soul to the PBC, and he looks it like, you know. I know all these media dudes, man. I came up in the trenches with them, man. They like, shout out to the ones that elevated, man. Some of them, like when I see Ness and what Ness got going on, I tilt my hat to him, I salute him. A lot of the other guys, I'd be like, man, you guys been crabbing the buckets forever. You never was official, and it shows, man. It shows in y'all growth, man. Because like I said, some of these so-called channels been big channels allegedly, but they never elevate. It's like you can tell when it comes to media and YouTube and all that, you can tell the dudes that sell their soul, because they ceiling is a cap on their ceiling. The ones that don't sell their soul, man, there's no ceiling. Like, shout out to my boy, man. My boy came in the game with me, And now he works for Teofimo Lopez, bro. I remember me and him uh carpooling, you know, carpooling, man, going to cover media workouts at Gleason's gym. And I seen him in December when T.O. Ford I don't want to say my man Martine. I always get his first name wrong. But I see my dude, I'm like, yo, man. But prior to that, he was in Vegas with T.O. I'm like, ah, man. And he always said that was his ceiling. He wanted to work for Teofimo Lopez. I always remember him saying that. I remember we covered Teofimo and Dog Bay. Well, no, it wasn't Dog Bay, but when Dog Bay was on that card, they had the Top Rank had the media workout at Gleason's, and T.O. was there. This when T.O. was young in the game. And I always remember my guy saying he wanted to work for T.O., man. That was his ceiling. And man, by God, if he's not, he's an official Tiafimo member. He's a team member, man. But I remember my guy. I'm like, man, you made it, man. I seen him at the Stewart Hotel, and we talked. I'm like, yo, bro, see, when you had a vision, you had a vision. You know what I'm saying? And look at you now. He's like a coordinator for T.O. Like he does a lot with T.O. He was out there with T.O. when T.O. fought at the fight before the December fight. He fought in August in Vegas. My man was out there with him. He travels with T.O., man. He's an official team member. But this was a YouTube media guy. He was a YouTube media guy, man. But look at him now, man. So salute to my guy on that, man. He hit me up. I want to use his stuff, but I gotta ask him if I could use it, man, because I seen he put some of the stuff out on the storyline, man. Takeover promotion is up, man, June 10th. But he sent me a lot of footage. The moment he co-signs it off, I'll give it to you. I'll put it out on my channel. But he gave me some gems, man. Some straight gems, man. T about to flood the city with takeover promotions, man. So any of you young fighters, listen, man. I'm gonna say this, man. But you gotta sign with me. Listen, I might can do some things for you, man. I know some peoples, man. I always was trying to tell you guys that y'all was always laughing at me over my views. But I know some peoples, man. If you're trying to get in the game, but this is a business now. I gotta get you John Hancock. Because the only thing I do for free is YouTube. I do this for free. But when it comes to doing other things in the business behind the scenes, nah, I get a fee, bro. I get a fee for that, man. But if you are a fighter looking for representation, holla at me, man. Might can do some things, man. Because Takeover Promotions is taking off. These guys are like real outfits, man. It's not like I know you got all these other I'm gonna use my man right here because I did a video on this. Everybody was talking about how Frank Martin, they wanted Frank Martin to fight what's the name, right? And they was like, oh, this fight could have been made happen. I seen dudes on YouTube talking about that last night, right? In order for that fight to happen, Frank Martin's a promoter, and I told y'all that, man. If you look up the definition of a promoter, the promoter got to put up the money, man. Was Frank Martin's promoter going to put up the money for him to fight Shakur, for him to fight Keyshawn Davis? That's what the promoter does. Look it up yourself. So if I tell you I know a promoter and you're trying to fight on his card, or holla at me, man. None of this rinky dinky stuff either, man. None of the, we did the rinky dinky, man. We don't do that no more, man. The rinky dinky kind of stagnated the growth of the sauce. And then they was mad at the source, right? They was mad at source and trying to undermine source because I was, for whatever reason, I guess I was, God had a calling on me, man. Had a calling on me. I was more advanced than them at the time, and still am, and still am. But that's why I see now why they moved the way they move, because everything that glitters ain't gold, you know. Everything that glitters ain't gold, man. But it is sad. I think we're gonna go get some bagels. Girls, girls, hey girls, girls. They can go get some fresh bagels this morning, man. I don't feel like cooking because we got eggs, but they gotta dye the eggs, right? So we do the bagels, the lox. Go get a couple pounds of some cream cheese and stuff, man. Lots of scallions, man. What do y'all got on the bill? Oh man, Al Money with the $2 super sticker, man. Let me pay attention, man. See, I'm sitting here running my mouth. Appreciate you, Al Money. What state are you in today, Al Money? Are you still out there in the Midwest? Are you moving around today? I had a pretty decent week. Yesterday I was with the paving crew, man. I like working with them, and I don't. It's like I'm. It is the tree division kind of spoiled me, man. The paving crew. I'm not really a paving guy, man. I did a lot of asphalt work coming up on the hot box, so anytime I'm with the paving, it just I don't know, man. I don't like the smell of asphalt, the diesel. It's just not my thing. I'd rather be with the tree guys, picking up trees and stumps and things of that nature. The day goes a little faster. The day still flies with the paver guys, you know. All right, moving around Michigan. I see you, Al. You be safe out there. The day goes by quick with the paving, but it's like you go to the plant, depending on how your loads are. Sometimes which order you're in line. Cause then they might have you might run a load and then a second load. Then they be like, all right, sit at the plant on standby. Then now you're at the plant, right? Waiting to get loaded or waiting for the call. And then when you're that truck, the day drags. Cause now if you don't get loaded, you're just sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. That's why I'd rather be with the tree guys though, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. I was trying to look at some of the highlights, man, but like I said, I don't want to play the Showtime audio because they did have some fights last night, man. One of the guys we get work with, Showbox. I think my man from Star Boxing might have lost because I didn't see Star Boxing post anything at all. Showbox, next generation. You see how they didn't even promote that card, man. That was terrible, man. Stream now. All right, here go the highlights. Look, I'm gonna play some of the highlights. Who won this fight? Let's see. Let's see. Let's play. We'll play a little bit of the highlights for you.
Began, as you said earlier, with the debut of Giovanni Marquez. He took on a tough guy and a guy who aimed to win, named Nelson Morales. Just 21 years old, but Giovanni Marquez was the aggressor, playing the combinations, was quick, went for the finish in the fourth round, didn't get it, but an impressive performance top to bottom.
That's Raul Marquez's son. He looked good. That was the older one. The older Showbox card. Here we go. Bunch and Flores. Shanab Bunch is out of he's out of Jersey, but he's fighting out of Brooklyn. Oh my, yeah, they always yo. That's why, I can't stand Showbox, man. They always doing this to these young fighters, man, giving these guys draws, man. Unbelievable, man. Split decision. Unbelievable. When the one judge had it 94-95, another had it 96-93. Oh my God, man. Showbox, man. Oh no, actually Flores won. Damn, man. I gotta rewatch that fight, man. Brian Flores beat Shanard Bunch by split decision and 10-round contest on Friday. Mm. Yeah, that was Coach Terry. Coach Terry was working with him. Coach Terry was with us last week, man. Man, I gotta text Coach Terry, man. Damn. Him and you know who else was working that corner? Curtis Stevens, man. He said Shanard Bunch took his first loss. And he had inked the deal with Sampson, man. Sampson was behind him. Oh man, that sucks, man. I didn't actually watch the fight though, man. That sucks though, man. He could bounce back. He's still young, man. He's still young, man. Damn, Shanard. Those scorecards, man. Let me see what happened with my man Brown. I think Brown is from upstate New York, man. You hear me just talking? You hear me? Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, I did not watch those fights last night, man. I was in my zone. I knew they was on, but I did not watch them. Yo, the PBC card tonight is trash, bro. Yeah, yeah, y'all want to hear that because I know a lot of y'all are pro PBC guys. You know, I was being nice yesterday. I asked the question, which card is better? Yo, out of all three of the cards tonight, yo, that PBC Showtime card is trash. It's basura. Yo, the co-main event, Brandon Lee. Like, come on, man. Yo, Showtime got to do better, bro. You know why they fell off like this with their fights? Because of what I said, like the egos, the YouTube media that took deals with them, right? To push their narrative that, you know, the PBC Showtime is the best over all of them, right? These guys are official. Like they're official at what they do as far as the gimmicks and all that. But when it comes to actual like boxing guys, they're not official. And when you got a whole bunch of guys that are not official boxing guys pushing your narratives, eventually you're going to fall off. And that's what you see started taking place. And then PBC Showtime and all that, they would pump these guys, like push these guys, like, look, you got to remember the pro PBC channels back in the day was Barbershop Conversation, Fight Hype, Fight Hub, Boxing Ego, and I'm only naming guys that was attending the fights. You had Blue Blood. These were the guys that they was giving their credentials to, the main outfits, right? What did that get them? What did that get them? Now, like Barbershop is a rebel without a cause. He goes at them every chance he gets. Ego still kind of is representing their flag. Fight Hub, he's still down with them because Fight Hub on certain fight cards, he's like the unofficial. He's like Howard Letterman. Blue Blood done left them. He's with BOK Prime. Well, Blue Blood's just like a I want to say he's like, he just does him. He's like a National Inquiry now, but because he's still, I think, is he with BOK Prime, but he's still doing YouTube reporting. So I don't know, man. You guys got to ask him, man. For those of y'all that rock with him, ask him, right? Because shout out to him. Now, he's on deck out there. Matter of fact, let me highlight some of his work. I see he interviewed my guy Shakur's grandfather. So he was on deck in Newark working. Well, it's like, dog, you're BLK Prime, right? Why are you covering the Top Rank event if you're BLK Prime? If that makes any sense. See, but most of you YouTube people, y'all don't know how to add and put stuff together. If I represent a company, right? Why am I going to another company as like a media reporter? This right? Does that make sense? If I hold the title with another network, because that's what BOK Prime is, it's a network, right? An upstart network, streaming service. Why am I going to a Top Rank event as a reporter? Right? Does that make sense for the people that's in here that's listening to that? If I hold the title. I don't know what his title is with BOK Prime, but if I hold a title with a streaming service, a network that puts on boxing events, why am I going to another boxing event as a reporter? See, but this is the stuff that the typical YouTuber who is deaf, dumb, and blind doesn't even contemplate. But they'll tell you they just don't get it. That doesn't make no sense to me. But look, let me highlight the good brother. The good brother was working. He's out there working. Look, he interviewed my guy, man. Where's it at? Right here. Here it is. Mosley. It's a good interview too.
Was kind enough to send over a new PK
Good
stream. I
interview.
can continue streaming my amazing driving fuel.
Shakur's grandfather's gonna be around for a long time in the game, man.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy.
He got
The Southpaw, typically. It doesn't bother me like yourself. Look at that. Right. Now, speaking of which, you said y'all been watching Tank. Tank said that he how did those sparring sessions? Because I had a conversation with Tank and he said that he cracked Shakur, he cracked Devin in sparring, set the fight up, so on and so forth.
I don't know what Tank talking about.
Let's stop it right there. Told y'all I was gonna get to it for y'all. You heard what Shakur's grandfather said. Remember the controversy a while back where Tank said he was cracking all these dudes? That was Shakur's grandfather. That was Blue Blood Sports interviewing Mr. Moses. And he said Shakur had never been cracked. So Tank is out here saying that he cracked Devin. He cracked Shakur. Devin admitted to it somewhat, but you have the Devin Haney channels cleaning it up. Shakur always stood his square and said that never happened. Now you hear his grandfather saying that as well. Let's continue on.
every time. So it never happened. Only boxing with Tank, very competitive at 18 years old. Tank was like almost 17, 14. So you know, the skill set, not much score. Much bigger now, much harder, much faster. So I like now these fights.
Let's stop. He heard what he said. Calvin is his brother, but he likes his chances against Shakur. He likes his chances. See, but you can't tell guys that are just narrative driven. They always want to think that, but that's why I said that when it comes to this boxing and talking boxing and breaking it down, there's levels. Because you have guys that they don't be in the gyms, bro. They love boxing, but they just love it from this standpoint right here. Watching, creating a YouTube channel, finding other YouTube channels that are fans of the same fighters that they are, linking up, and that's all they know. If you've never been to a sparring session, if you've never been to an amateur fight or seen guys getting work in the gym or coming up through the amateurs, and because like I said, a lot of these guys know each other. They fought in the amateurs, they work together. So they pretty much have a sense of each other, if that makes any sense, man. If y'all are catching that source. Well, let's continue on with Mr. Moses and Blue.
I saw you went viral when you said that you helped teach Ryan Garcia his jab. Yeah, I taught him his jab. I taught him his jab. How do you see that fight playing out with Tank and Ryan? Well, you know what? To be honest with you, I've watched Tank in the doghouse, as you say, you know, really grinding out for him. I've actually been an amateur, you know, all the way back to Ryan. I've seen him in these type of fights where he had to really grind it out. Bang, 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 bang. Right. Like it's not so I like Tank on that kind of that, you know, respect to big dogs. I don't see that at all. Not saying that he don't have it. You know, I just never seen that. Do you think his height and his hand speed is?
Man, he said Ryan doesn't have no dog in him. That's my guy, Willie Moses, man. Willie's an OG in the game, man. Great boxing IQ. Very knowledgeable. Very, I'm telling you, one of the most knowledgeable boxing guys. I'm gonna keep it to him, man. He knows his stuff, man. Definitely knows his stuff. I can't take nothing away from him. Anytime that I'm around him, like yeah, he helps Jihad out a lot. He in the gyms and stuff too when we're around them. But I think I got maybe 2, maybe a little bit more. I know I got a couple interviews in with him. His boxing IQ is next to none, and his resume could speaks for that. Because Shakur's younger cousin just won the Nationals. He just beat the #1 ranked guy. #1 ranked kid in the nation. The kid that I think he's unofficially. I'm gonna say unofficially because you can't be competing in the amateurs and be signed. But most likely, the kid that he beat is going to be going with Mayweather Promotions. I know Al Mitchell's on deck. I wish Blue would have interviewed Al Mitchell. Al Mitchell was another very knowledgeable guy in the sport, man. But yes, this is me with Shakur's grandfather, man. Check the source out. Check the source handle. I get it. I get it in with these guys, and I asked the this is the last time they was in Newark, man. They represent the city, man.
This is the Source Talk, man. You see who I got, man. This man needs no introductions. You know who's fine. This is Shakur Stevenson's grandfather, the man behind the magic, man.
Yes, you
First
heard that?
off,
Behind
just
the
describe
magic.
how it feels, coming back to the city. Now, unified champion, putting on for the city, man. You guys are doing big things. Just describe that feeling.
Well, the feeling for me is pretty much normal. I see them all the time, but
Yeah.
the feeling that I get for the kids and the youth to see them, man, to me, it gives a sense or a ray of hope. You know what I'm saying? That they see him, and it makes them feel that they can do something with their lives. So I think that's the biggest thing I get about it. I see the look on their face and see them smiling and see them, and they know it's a reality. You know what I'm saying? So they hear stories about people that.
Yes, they know it's a reality. See, that's why Shakur, and shout out to the weekend. This is the weekend's line. He is a god in the city because he inspires a whole city in Newark, man. I mean, you have to go out there and see that. See, I done covered Shakur in Newark numerous times, so I know, like I've been there to his fights, to his homecoming fight when he came back as a champion. You heard? So it's like what he does for that city is second to none. And that is his grandfather. That was always the plan. I know he represents Newark. He's in Houston now. They moved to Virginia before, but he never forgot Newark. And he still comes back to this day. Like he's fighting tonight. There in Newark, man. And it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be so packed in there. Packed, man. Just packed. It'd be crazy. How the city comes out for him. It'd be crazy, man. D Ray, what's going on? I see D Ray is in the building. Shout out to Omaha. D Ray be a stranger around these parts, but we appreciate you coming through today, D Ray. Hello. Hello. Oh man, sorry about that. You see, I told you I'm a busy guy. I gotta wrap this up, man. I gotta make a quick run, man. Gotta make a quick run. Damn, man. Yo, I might come back on, man. I might come back on. Give me a little while, man. I gotta do a couple of things, man. That's all I really wanted to do today. I wanted to blog all day, man. I gotta rub my numbers up, man. My lives, you know. I gotta build the lives up, man. But you see, my phone gets to ringing. I gotta run errands. See, today that was somebody asking, was I going to the fight? I was like, no, I'm not going. I don't want to go. I gotta still edit some pictures and stuff, man. I do other things, man. I'm the source, man. And once again, too, man, I know this is gonna touch ears, even though they say it doesn't. If you are looking for representation, you got. But listen, at the end of the day, don't hit me up if you're not the goods. And when I say the goods, like you don't have to be a Jihad Tucker, Morley type, because you're not gonna be that elite. But if you're decent, like I said, man, I'm connected with some peoples, man. I've been connected with peoples. Um, Takeover Promotions is a go, you know. But you gotta be legit. You heard? You gotta be legit, man. Like the only thing I do for free is YouTube, bro. And I do that for my peoples to give y'all gems and insight. But when it comes to doing deals and brokering deals and things of that nature, no, the paperwork and stuff gets signed, man. You heard? I don't do that for free no more. I learned early in the game with that, man. Especially when dudes tried to tarnish my name and my image. I learned that part of the game early. But like I said, for those of y'all out there reaching out, that's going to reach out, just come correctly, man. Come correctly, man. I know right now you see the rise of the source, and it's like a lot of y'all want to come, but you don't know how to come now because you listen to the wrong narratives, and for whatever reason you don't know how to come at me. But it is what it is. I'm here. We're working, and we're gonna continue to keep working. We're only getting bigger and bigger. Heaven must be like this. But yeah, I'm gonna try to come back on, man. I'm gonna try to stay on, do a lot of lives today, man. Cause like I gotta go to the gym in a little bit. I got a couple more errands to run. Some CMOS deliveries. But majority of the day, I'm gonna be here, man. I'm gonna try to give y'all as much lives as I can today. I gotta blog more. Last week I didn't really give y'all too much because it was fight week. So I gotta make up for it today. I gotta get my hours in as a blogger. And I like doing this now, I do. Because I know a lot of y'all can't mess with me or see me or achieve the levels that I'm achieving, if that makes any sense. But before I close, I want to say this. For those that celebrated is the resurrection, be grateful and thankful. Man, you see my avatar. This is my avatar. Shout out to WCS for that picture. Man, look at my picture though. You see mine? I did all right? Did I do all right? That's through the ropes lens. I did all right? Is that all right, man? Is that all right? That was up close and personal, man. Know what I mean? Through the ropes. Through the ropes, man. But girls, get dressed. I gotta take them with me. I gotta take them with me. Appreciate that, Al. Man, I was nervous, bro. I was nervous. You know what I'm saying? Listen. They just thrusted me in there. And WCS can tell you this. I did not want to shoot ringside. I told Combat he could do it, but the good people over there, they say, yo, we're gonna take care of you too. I was good with just being in the locker room, man. Know what I mean? Cause I was in the locker room. Shout out to Robesi Ramirez. I was good with that, man. I didn't really want to shoot ringside, man, but I did it, man. And not for nothing, I shot ringside with a new camera. That was my first fight card using that camera. And not only did I do it, I did it ringside, man. But I did not want to shooting ringside. I'm gonna tell you this, right? When you shoot ringside, you can't be coaching and cheering. Now, when you shoot from up above, you're not ringside, so you don't have to really be quiet and like when you're ringside shooting. Like I was literally in the corner. The athletic commission had to come and tell me to be quiet because I was talking. I just that's why I don't like shooting ringside. I shot ringside for Abdullah Mason's fight, and I was fine. You know what I'm saying? Like even though I rock with Abdullah Mason and them, I was fine. It was like I know I'm good with them, but I'm not like see Jihad. I be in the gym with Jihad a lot, man. I be in sparring sessions. I be there. I'm a official team member. So you know you get in the heat of the moment, man. But I appreciate that. I appreciate the $2 super chat. That listen, the donations over here, as you see from the equipment. Look, I'm gonna show you with the donations over here. When people was donating to my channel, look where the donations went to, man. I'm gonna show y'all this. I'm gonna share this. Now you know where the donations go to. They go to the rec center. We will be fighting. I can't release the information, but we will be fighting. And those donations that I received, right? They're going towards tickets for kids at the Brentwood Rec to attend the fights. Facts. These are facts. But just to show y'all, prior to me doing that, when I was taking donations and people was cash apping and giving to the super chats like Al Money did. Look, this is where I went to. And I always show y'all that. Look, this is where I went to. One thing about my channel, when people was donating and do donate, and y'all could attest to this, when I did build my media company, I was always running around with a camera. I'm not a camera, a phone. But look at me now. Yo, I done got so much more equipment, and that's part of that is for my listeners, the donations and all that. Because the money that I get, I save. I put into the company. That lens right there costs more than the camera. You feel me? That lens right there, that what is that? That's the 200, 300, 750, 75. You know, I'm still that lens right there. Man, that's where the money went. That's where the donations and all that went to. Unlike some of these other channels that you guys be supporting, I'm telling you, these dudes be finessing you, hoodwinking you. They don't. Yeah, listen. You know where they take their money? Well, that's neither here nor there. But they're not upgrading their product at all, man. They're not even covering fights for you, bro. They're not even covering fights for you. If you frequent any of my pages, whether it's IG, Facebook, YouTube channel, I give y'all the source, man. I give it to y'all for free. You know what I'm saying? I don't get paid from YouTube, bro. I don't. My channel is monetized now, but I don't do numbers like that to get paid from it. That's why when you see me do YouTube, I always say, what is one of my tags? Kill two birds with one stone. I try to do it when I'm getting paid. That way I don't feel like I'm doing this and I'm taking away from time. Because Like when you see me when I go live in the gym, I feel like I'm giving it to y'all for free, but I'm giving it to y'all for a fee. That's just as well when I'm driving the loads or running loads and I go live like that. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'll be on it because when it comes to YouTube and you do like right now, I've been on for over an hour, right? I've been on for over an hour. Um, that's an hour that I could have did other things with. And you see my phone rung. I gotta do other things now. But I'm going to wrap this up. Shout out to y'all that was in here. But like I said, Al Money, these donations like this is what it goes to. Well, now it goes to the ticket fund because we started the ticket fund. You know, a lot of kids from the rec will go see Jihad's next fight. You know, I can't let the cat out the bag, but just know we are on deck soon, real soon. And a lot of the young youths will be in attendance. And that $2 donation goes a long way. Because one thing about the kids from the Brentwood rec, right? What I do is when I get all the donations and the money, I go buy tickets. And the kids at the rec center, they don't matter if the tickets are in the nosebleed sections or the rafters, like the dude tried to say, as long as they're at the fights. And that's what it's about, you know? I love that lens right there. That lens right there, oh my God. That I started shooting with that. Yo, that was the first fight card I shot with that lens. Cause I just recently got that lens. But I was shooting with that lens a lot at the rec, a lot with Jihad and then practicing. But this was the first fight that I actually shot with that lens, bro. Appreciate you, Al Money. Definitely do, man. Stand up dude, right? This was the first fight card, yo, that I shot with that lens, man. Nah, man, I did my thing. Look, this was see, this is why I was getting my practice in. Look. Actually, this is my daughter's shot, but it's for my camera. But look, that was the original Canon camera that I invested in. Look at the frames, man. Look at the frames, bro. And that's before I got the super lenses that I got now. But that's a ringside picture from the original camera. That's Marley. My man over there in the blue, that's his son is a multinational champion too, right there with the blonde hair. That's the one that stopped Amani in the second round at the Nationals. He's on the junior Olympic team as well. Oh, look, matter of fact, this was from Newark right here. That's the hotel they at right now. For those of y'all that's out there, if y'all in Newark, they at the same hotel. I'm not gonna say the hotel because I don't want y'all running down to the hotel and shit. But if you know, you know, they at the same hotel. You know what I'm saying? That's where all the fighters are staying at, man. This was from the September card, man. That's Bud. They all in town too. Most likely Bud is there, man. You know? Most likely Bud is there. I know I seen Red. They all at that's the same hotel, man. I ain't gonna tell y'all the hotel. Like y'all ain't gonna be like, yo, we was listening to the Source Talk. He told us the hotel. Nah. If you know, you know, man. You know? It's not a 7-Eleven either. Word. Nah, not at all. Not at all, D-Ray. We don't do the 7-Elevens, man. If you I know I don't. I see the fighters at the hotels. Cause I stay at the same hotels they stay at. Like this last week, I was on the same floor with Jamel Herring, Abdullah Mason, Dante Benjamin, Tiger Johnson. You know, we all be on the same floor. I don't do the 7-Elevens. I never did. I might do the 7-Elevens when I'm at work and going to get a big gulp. But fight week, nah, I be at the hotel. You know, I be at the hotel. I be eating lunch and dinner with the fighters, man. Me and Stitch Duran We was eating lunch all last week, man. I miss it too, man. Damn, Oklahoma got some good food. Them white people could cook out there, man. That barbecue chopped up brisket, the baked cod and salmon, chicken sausages in the morning, man. And I'm saying, egg Benetton, we was living a life, man. Living a life, man. You know? But yes, that's the hotel they at, man. They are definitely there. But I was eating lunch with all these guys right here. You know who that is, man? He's a new world champion coach again. That's LBC Ramirez's coach, man. El Tren. I'm gonna drop that footage. I'm gonna edit my my live where you see me go in their locker room before the fight, and I said, and the new. I'm gonna edit that up. I might drop that video today, man. Just to show y'all how the sauce be rolling, man. You know. But yeah, everybody be blessed. We are going. Girls, are y'all dressed? Are y'all dressed and ready to roll? We gotta roll. I gotta make some runs. We are going. Are you dressed? Where are we going? Y'all asked too many questions. Did y'all eat, right? Y'all want to get something to eat? Y'all want to get something to eat, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to get something to eat, so get dressed. Yes, we about to roll out, though, man. Stop at the bagel shop. Daffy, do you want a bagel? Look, Daffy's in here with me. Daffy, you want a bagel? You want me to bring you back a bagel? Yes? Is that a yes? But yeah, y'all be blessed, man. Be good. Get it into gear. Look, here goes Robesi. Robesi! Okay. Mi gente. That's Robesi. Robesi. But yeah, y'all be good, man. Stay up, man. Stay in tune with the sauce, man. The sauce gives you the sauce. If you know, you know. I holla.
Hey, this is Coach Larry Wade, IBL Champions. Hey, I train professional boxers, and you with Sauce Talk Podcast. You don't want to miss anything that he puts on here.
Appreciate you, champ. You know the vibe.
Yes, this is Sauce Talk. Showtime Shot News Midi say I got the man himself, Mr. Sugar Hill. First off, champ, thank you for your time. This man needs no introduction.
Sugar Hill on Sauce Talk.
That's right.
I was playing, man. I told you I was coming back to the city of Cowboy, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Seek and destroy. You know the vibe. Yeehaw!
Like, subscribe, and hit that bell.